Nintendo NX is portable, has detachable controllers, and uses cartridges.
I'm into it. What is this? I'm into it.
I'm kind of totally into this. Like,
I don't even care. Nintendo, you just jump off a building if you want to. I mean that in a good way. Like, just do whatever you want, man. I believe you can fly. Like, that's just like, just do it, man. Like, you sound crazy. You sound like Nintendo is like turning into like your crazy eccentric like high friend who comes over and just like pitches nutty ideas at you for like business ventures or some shit. Like, he just takes a fat rip off a ball and goes, dude, I got it. We make this fucking like tablet thing, and you can take off both the sides and like it's 2-player, and you can.
What if everyone had an iPad?
Dude, cartridges were so fucking sick. Let's bring them back.
Hey, dude, let's make an iPad that you can put cartridges in.
As someone who like really enjoys collecting cartridges, this is like, yeah, man.
Like, the thing is, like, you know, it's like, this is the way I think that, like, I think Nintendo is actually potentially in a spot with this that they could really like set themselves apart from the kind of typical console market. Like, because, I mean, their success has mainly been on, like, I mean, apart from the Wii, their success has been on, like, handhelds and stuff like that.
Yeah, they've
like,
pretty much had a vice grip on it for, like, 20 years, I want to say. Yeah.
And then, so, like, essentially, this is, like, just kind of bridging the gap. Like, I mean, because it's literally...
smart, though. It focuses every development team on one console.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And also, the customers are not going to have to, like, buy a Wii U and a 3DS and all this other stuff.
Just don't call it a Wii 3 or something like that.
Oh god. But it's like, I'm kind of totally into this, like, because it's like, it seems like this is potentially like the kind of the thing that separated the Wii from like the Xbox and the PS3. Like, this potentially is the thing that separates Nintendo from Sony and Microsoft again, because it's like people are talking about, oh, but it's not going to be as powerful, and it's like, if there's one thing Nintendo...
Has that mattered in the last 10 fucking years?
If there's one thing that Nintendo has proven recently, is that power doesn't necessarily, like, they don't need power to make, like, really compelling video games.
All HD did for them was made, like, everything look saturated and, like, juicier, and it just, like, it just added to, like, the atmosphere at the very most. Like, everything else, it didn't affect the gameplay, didn't do anything.
Yeah.
It was good. It's like, I like HD Mario stuff. It looks really cool. Like, it's
and the thing is, like, also,
but I didn't need it. You know what I mean?
They can like really get everything out of their system that they absolutely need to. You know, it's like, so like,
doesn't seem like they have anything in their system at the moment.
But I mean, it's like the you know, it's not like, I don't look at Nintendo games and think like, or I don't look at Wii U games and think, oh man, this looks so much worse than like Xbox One or PS4 games, like, because like it's art design that matters, and like, you know, graphical fidelity, like, after a certain point is kind of hard to, like, it's diminishing returns at a certain point. Like, so Nintendo are absolutely taking the right approach here and focusing on, okay, what is the thing that can set us apart, will potentially bring a kind of new interesting way to play here, and, you know, like, it's just they're focusing on all the right things here, whereas like Microsoft and Sony are still kind of attached, like they're trying to kind of get out of the typical kind of console cycle thing by introducing upgradable console, or like,
if anything, they're making their own fucking Wii U's now. Like, you know what I mean?
Totally.
It's weird now they're doing the half step up. It's like, and if you look back on history, they've done this before with Nintendo with the motion stuff.
Oh, 100%.
It's almost as if Nintendo is the trendsetter. I don't know. I'm not starting that war, but like, you know what I mean? It's funny how much shit everyone talks to Nintendo for being behind, but now I'm realizing, like, Sony and Microsoft seem to be copying their move like a generation behind or something like that.
Well, that's the thing. It's like everyone talks about Nintendo being behind the times or whatever, and that is totally down to the power of their console at the time. Like, in terms of like what they actually do. Like, you talk about, like, you know, the time that Iwata was like kind of president of the or was he president? What
yes.
Yeah. No.
CEO.
Yeah. Like,
the president was oh god.
I can't fucking remember. It's
how do we not know this shit by now?
But like, you know, it's like they were taking like fucking risks. Like everyone was talking about, you know, how, you know, they're just bringing out Mario games, or they're just, you know, they're fucking like they're behind the fucking PS2 or the Xbox or whatever, the PS3 and everything. Like, but you know, you think about the Wii, like the GameCube essentially was like a massive risk. That
was Iwata's first era too, by the way.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, like
2002.
Iwata was fucking making moves. Like, you know, like there's a reason that Iwata, like when he died, was like so fondly remembered, because he was like,
he's the man with the plan. Like
people talk about wanting innovation all the time, and then Nintendo has been fucking doing that for
now. You're getting, is Nintendo too innovative? Do they worry about innovation too much? I was like, did you read your articles from 2 years ago, guys? It's exactly the opposite. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
We're very fickle fans.
Take. Yeah.
We're shitty. People play video games are shitty.
But yeah, I am certainly more excited for this than I am for anything to do with, you know, the PS4 Neo or the
Neo looks neat, and because Bloodborne, and like, that's about it.
Exactly.
But that's a game that came out last year.
I constantly get people telling me like, oh, I really like. I've been getting a lot of comments lately from people saying like, oh, I really want you to get a PS4 so you can play Bloodborne. I'm like, I'm not gonna spend like fucking £300 so I can get. So I can play one game, you know. It's like
that's writing on games at patreon.com.
Yeah, exactly. Donate to the fund, man. Fucking hell. But it's, you know, like it's like if I'm gonna buy a console, then I'm gonna buy the one that gives me a different experience from my PC. You know, and so far, like Nintendo, like the only console I really want to buy at the moment is a Wii U, and coming up, the only console I will want to buy is the fucking NX. You know, judging by like what I'm seeing here, you know, this like
also they're shooting for a low price point, and people are suggesting it's going to be like $199 US.
Fucking right.
But like, yeah, that's amazing. Like,
like I mean, there will be a lot of people talking about like, oh man, it's not even going to be a proper console or whatever. Just like,
what the fuck is a proper console? Someone actually explain that to me.
Like,
what is a proper
console? Is a PC at this stage, you know. It's like,
is that like, something without internet? Like, what is that? Like, yeah, yeah. The NES, that's a proper fucking console.
Yeah,
like, I don't know. Like,
speaking of which.